Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to part 53 of our Pokemon Emerald Let's Play, and this is the second installment in our post-game series. So in the last episode, we did a few things. We went ahead and caught Kyogre and Groudon in some pretty cool battles, so we got to add those additions to our team. And on top of that, we also added Latios, which was a bit of a pain in the butt to capture. I mean, you guys didn't see the full extent of it because it did happen off screen for the most part, but you know, long story short, I ended up looking for that erroneously for about like a half hour, and then I watched a YouTube video on it, and I kind of figured out how to do it. And then within like 15 minutes of doing that, I was able to find Latios. So we got Latios, we got Groudon, we got Kyogre. And before we go ahead and capture, I don't know if I want to let on too much, but before we go ahead and continue our journey of capturing rare and cool Pokemon, there's a couple things that we got to do today. And just to be fully transparent, this video is probably going to be shorter than some of the more recent ones that I've had going up, just because there's some things that we have to do that are kind of boring, but they progress the post game, and I didn't really want to include them in the cooler stuff that I think is cooler in, I guess, what would be my next video. So I just wanted to kind of bang them out now, so that we have a clear path going forward, and we can really, enjoy the next elements. Not to say that we're not going to enjoy this video. I don't want to go ahead and set that negative tone for the video before it even starts, but you guys know what I mean. Anyway, we're starting the day in Fall Arbor Town, and I don't know if you guys remember this guy when we first came here, but he was like digging a freaking hole in his house, which is reminds me of Brooklyn a little bit. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and see or I guess how far he's come. I mean, he's excavating. He's like the freaking miner in Clash Royale. If you make a Pokemon dig inside of a cave, you return to the entrance. Alright, well, that doesn't really help us. But yeah, this guy was just like digging into the side of the freaking wall. I don't know how that's legal. You definitely got to have a permit for that. Fossils are so wonderful. It's so dreamy. Yeah, but anyway, he got... Oh, it's not safe that way. I was digging away. You see, when the whole wall collapsed, I think there's a giant cavern underneath now. But I left it alone because I don't think there's any fossils there. Okay, well, anyway, this guy dug a giant freaking hole in his in the back of his house for God knows why. Oh, and you can run into Pokemon here. I forgot to mention that. The one Pokemon, well, I guess you can run into Whismur here, but there is a new Pokemon that you can run into in this cave that I completely forgot about until we just got this random encounter. But that Pokemon is Ditto. Yes, you can get Ditto in this game. And for those of you that know about Ditto, you know that it doesn't actually have any real utility. I mean, maybe it does in, like, competitive battling, but I'll be completely honest, and if you guys have been watching up to this point, I'm just not, like, a huge competitive battle guy. I really play these games solely for the story and the nostalgia. But yeah, like, Ditto, if you're gonna use it, it has use as a breeding Pokemon. It can breed with nearly everything that isn't, like, legendary or, mythical, or, I mean, even the newer ones, I forgot what they're called, the mythical beasts, or whatever the hell it is. But, Pokemon that are obviously not breedable anyway, it can't breed with, but everything else is fair game for Ditto. It's a little bit of a slut. Anyway, in this cavern, you're going to want to go ahead and head this direction all the way to the right. And just keep going, and then voila. We get the root fossil, which is the other fossil that we deferred to get earlier in the game. So we got, what was it, Anorith? Or I forgot what the name of the fossil is, but here we get the root fossil, which is Lileep. So yeah, I mean, if you guys chose the root fossil earlier in the game, you'll go ahead and get that Anorith fossil. But here we get Lileep. So this guy was completely wrong. There was a fossil that was pretty much in plain sight. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show that because number one, I completely forgot about it. And I feel like it's pretty important for those of you that maybe want to complete your Pokédex or do whatever the hell. Or maybe you just want to root Fossil, who knows, and you want to Lily. But anyway, that's, what's this sign say outside of his house? Yeah, that's the Fossil Maniac's house. So yeah, this guy's a little bit of a freaking a maniac, some would say. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and meet you guys in the next spot that we gotta go to go ahead and progress this video. So I'll see you there. Alright guys, so the next place that we're going to be going is Slateport. I mean, I think you can do this in Lily Cove as well. You just got to go to any one of the port cities that have a boat. Maybe I'm wrong about that, actually. Just go to Slateport, honestly, because we're going to be going here. And if you remember, this isn't the ticket for Mr. Briney, but we do have an SS ticket, so we got to go ahead and talk to this green-haired woman here. Hello! Are you here for the ferry? May I see your ticket? Odie, flash the ticket. Perfect. That's all you need. And where would you like to go? We're going to go ahead and head to Lily Cove City. Okay. Yeah, so this is like a post-game gimmick, I guess. They're going to take us to Lily Cove. And there's a bunch of trainers. You know, there's a bunch of trainer battles that are on this. And there's this freaking guy. I hate this guy. I hate him. Scott, well, hi, Odie. Why are you addressing me like we're friends, man? Something's come up, so I have to disembark, but I'm glad to see you. Congratulations, League Champion. There's a place I'd like to invite someone like you. It's the Battle Frontier! Yeah, guys, I guess this is the way that we get access to the Battle Frontier, and I'm gonna say, just fully flat out right now, I am not really a Battle Frontier guy either, but for the sake of the playthrough, I'm gonna try to be. I do want to show everything that I think is relevant, and even though I might not be a full enjoyer of the Battle Frontier, I do want to at least give it another shot and obviously show it in the playthrough itself. So we're gonna be having a full video probably dedicated to the Battle Frontier itself, and this is the way that you get access to it. So anyway, what else do you have to say, Scott? What's the place like? You'll understand when you see it. I've spoken with the ship's captain about this. The next time you take a ferry, you should be able to sail to the Battle Frontier. Okay, Odie, I'll be waiting for you at the Battle Frontier. Alright, thanks, Scott. I guess. This ferry is built to plow through the fast-running currents. We hope you enjoy your voyage with us. Feel free to explore this ship. Anyway, this, like I said, is chock full of trainer battles, and we have our full team here. And I don't remember, but there are a lot of trainer battles. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do for your enjoyment, and so you're not just watching me fight a million mundane trainers, is we're gonna go ahead and speed this up, and I'll recap with you guys at the end when we get to our destination. How's that sound? Alright, sounds great. Thanks for the response. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay. Here we found one of the best items in the game. And of course, they only include it in the late game, post game. Okay, this is leftovers. And essentially, this thing does the same thing as the shell bell. It's similar, but it's different. It restores, I believe, I think it's an eighth of your current health, or something along those lines. I have to make certain of that. But it's a health restoring item, and it's really, really, really freaking good. So we are going to go ahead and put that on... who do we want to give that to? We might as well give it to Rango. Why not? You know what? Nah, let's give it to Rango. Yeah, we'll give it to Rango, and then we can give the shell bell to... who doesn't have it? Who doesn't have it? I don't think Labubu has it, right? Yeah, Quick Claw. Yeah, we'll give Labubu the shell bell. I mean, we don't really need him to be outspeeding anybody anymore in the post game, to be completely honest. But anyway, that's the right into a freaking battle. That's leftovers. I just wanted to go ahead and add that note because it is a notable item. So there you go. Okay, everyone, we are in Lily Cove City. I didn't realize that you could literally just sleep in that bed, and you would instantly be done with the actual boat journey itself, and you wouldn't have to fight all those trainers, but nevertheless, we fought them anyway. And we also got TM49 Snatch, which to me is a pretty useless TM. Unless you're in competitive battle, then it could be fairly useful, but I don't know. I don't even think it's worth noting that much. But anyway, we are in Lily Cove. If you go ahead and talk to this lady again, you can go to the Battle Frontier. But we're going to go ahead and do that in the next video. I think we've done enough today. And I honestly apologize for this being... a bit of a boring video with a speed up. I hate to do that to you guys, but, you know, unfortunately, it is a necessary part of the game, and you just gotta sit here and do it sometimes. So, if you guys enjoyed it, go ahead, like, subscribe, maybe check out some of my other content. I got my shorts firing off now, and they're not in that horrible prompt and format like I was originally doing. So now they're actually watchable and hopefully more enjoyable to you guys, but... go ahead and do that if your heart desires it. But we're going to go ahead and tackle the Battle Frontier most likely in the next video. Or maybe we'll do some other things. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.